WYMT Mountain Sports, your home for the Kentucky Wildcats and local high school sports.
Kentucky got their postseason journey started earlier this afternoon down in the Music City, taking on a team they had to beat by hitting a buzzer beater back in January. Cats and Tigers squaring off in the opening game of the men's SEC tournament at Bridgestone Arena. Early on, Andrea Yelovich had the hot hand, hits the three there. He made his first 3 field goals of the game. Later on, Brandon Garrison with the nice backdoor pass to Otega Owe. Owe and Yelovich combined for 16 of UK's first 20 points. Cam Williams making his first return back since breaking his foot in January. He would knock down this left wing three for the Cats. And then UK gaining some momentum near the end of the break. Denzel Aberdeen hits the triple, and then on the other end of the court, he gets the theft and finishes it off with the slam. But Kentucky only led by 3 at the break. Second half was back and forth before the Cats finally took control when Brandon Garrison, of all people, hits a 3 on back-to-back possessions to give Kentucky a 7-point lead. At that point, there's another one from the big man. Cats prevail 87-82 in this one. Here's Mark Pope after the victory.
I feel great. I'm proud of the guys. This is tournament play. Every single game is competitive. I've been dumb enough to be begging the whole league to extend the season. So they said, hey, we'll let you play 5 games in the SEC tournament, but we're going to go enjoy every single one of them.
We continue on the hardwood for just a moment as the first of our 3 girls teams are about to take the floor at Rupp Arena for the Sweet 16. The Pikeville Lady Panthers are back at the Sweet 16 for the first time the second time, in the last 3 seasons. The last time they made it to the state tournament was in 2024. They lost to Bethlehem in their opening round game. And here's what head coach Denise Campbell had to say about one of her players, Kylie Alvin.
I think that she has the heart of a Panther. She's just, she's the heartbeat of our offense. And, as a coach, you got to have that extension out there on the floor. And she's just such a great leader. And like I said, this team surrounds themselves with her. They believe in her.
Pikeville takes the floor in just a few minutes here at 6 p.m. against Notre Dame Academy out of Northern Kentucky. We will try to have a score update in sports in our next half hour. Let's talk gridiron for a moment. Spring practice began yesterday for Kentucky football. Head coach Will Stein is still trying to get used to his new digs after coming over from Oregon. The Kentucky native talked about having a proper spring game for the Wildcats for the first time in the last several years. He explains he did not want to wait until the opening game of the season against Youngstown State to be the first opportunity for his players to have to deal with crowd noise.
I don't want our guys to go in there and have their first opportunity with crowd, with the PA announcer, all that stuff against Youngstown State. So I think it's what BBN deserves, man. Let's go out and show the people like what we've been working on, and it's not going to be perfect and it'll be very vanilla, but I just want to see if our guys can go execute.
Finally, we wrap up our sports segment with one former Cincinnati Bengal planning to sign with an AFC North rival. Defensive end Trey Hendrickson and the Baltimore Ravens have reportedly agreed to terms on a deal which is worth 4 years and about $112 million. Hendrickson tallied 4 sacks last season. The news comes as the Ravens had agreed to a trade with the Las Vegas Raiders for edge rusher Max Crosby, but that deal was nixed after reports of Crosby failing a physical. That is sports. More news coming up after this break.